Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Maverick here, bringing to you Fire Force episode 9. So, last episode, I certainly stirred up the hornet's nest, right? I guess sorry, but not sorry at the same time. For those of you who are longtime viewers of my channel, you'll know that this is how I always structure my videos, right? I would definitely not hesitate to just speak what is on my mind, whether I actually like the episode or the franchise or not. Even if it's something that I really enjoy, I would not hesitate to call out stuff that I think are subpar. And what you get is what you get, right? I always at least aim to explain why I feel a certain way instead of mindlessly bashing on a particular facet of a character or a particular episode, right? Because, let's be honest here, nobody wants to. I watch anime for enjoyment, right? There's no reason for me to watch something that I don't like to torture myself. That's kind of counterproductive, right? So that's why, for some series which are a joke in of it themselves, I would not hesitate to call it out. I'd say, okay, this is bad. I'd meme it or whatnot. In Fire Force's case, however, I do believe that it's trying to be a serious series, for lack of better words, and so I will hold it to a higher sort of standard, right? So, anyways, I did not like how they structured that entire story in regards to Tamaki. Was I maybe a little bit too harsh on her? She was kind of, getting kicked around. Maybe. But then again, I'm not exactly, if you're looking for someone who says, oh my god, or, that kind of reactor, I can just say that I'm not that kind right now. So there's tons of other channels who specialize in doing those kind of reactions. If, however, you do like to hear me talk, hear me speak my mind, in which I will try to put it out in a structured way, then continue on. So, enough of that. Basically, last episode, Shinra came in, woohoo, saved the day, right? Now, hopefully, we're actually going to get a proper battle this time, because last time, with the Captain Princess, or whatever, I have a feeling that due to her circumstances, not actually gaining the position through pure power, and also maybe having some other stuff on her mind as well, she got kind of beaten a little bit easily. I'm not quite sure if Shinra is on that power level, right? And indeed, a lot of comments have said that even lieutenants are supposed to be very strong, something that novices cannot aim to fight back against, right? So I do hope that in this case we will see Shinra actually having some more bit of trouble against his foe, if you will. So let's just get into the episode right now. Alrighty, let's begin in 3, 2, 1, play. Yeah. Okay. The spreading malice. So is it trying to say that there's going to be more people trying to do what he's doing? Okay, are we actually gonna get okay, background? Thank you. Like, maybe let us understand their relation a little bit better. That is such a cool ability. Latom. Latom. What is with his eyes? Jeez. Now, the question is, did that actually hurt him? I mean, like, sure, it's cool and all, but did that actually hurt the lieutenant? Like I said, I did like this scene in particular from last episode. That actually carried some nuance. Alright, let me skip this real quick. Oh. Yeah, as expected. Huh. He doesn't seem to be any worse for any. Ooh. Some actual hand-to-hand combat. Or hand-to-leg combat. Okay. Oh, damn. I mean, Shima does have backup, doesn't he? Oh. So I guess Shinra is one of the suitable hosts? The spawn of the great soul. Alright, so what are you going to do? Like, take him in? Don't let your emotions get way up there. In the middle of the battle? Really? Huh? Is Tamaki's entire purpose to be looted? Ah. I... Like, Shunra should have backup, right? Both Offer and the other lieutenant. Like, I still don't get it. Is Tamaki supposed to be like a support class or something? She's obviously summoning her flames, so... Hey. Okay, I will admit that this is some pretty damn nice animation. Woo! Nice! Damn. Okay, that scene was pretty awesome. And I guess this time he did do some damage, right? Ooh. Okay, yeah, this definitely hurt him. You probably don't want to tell your enemy that. Self-immolation? Or something? Like, it seems that he has some sort of trump card. This background music is really I don't know why. Rika's character, I just can't take him very seriously. Maybe it's because the way he talks. Maybe it's because of his eyes. Yeah, what he said. Okay. It's sort of like... Oh. There we go. The other lieutenants are on the scene. Yeah, just chill out, dude. Cool your head down a bit. Oh. Wait. Was he... Did someone take him out, or... Hey. They seem to be from the temple as well. Oh my god, what? Seriously? Damn. Might not want to play peekaboo with a sniper. No? Okay. Trying to play some mind games here? Just like that. Seem to be affiliated with the temple, judging by the cross on their back. Hmm. うん。Oh, wait, that's it? Okay, I think there's some more after the ending, so let me skip this real quick. I'll see you guys in a second. Alrighty, indeed, there is some more after the ending. Quite a bit more, actually. So, let's just watch this together in 3, 2, 1, play. Oh, okay. Seriously. Oh my god. Harvard. Let me guess. Tamaki's going to appear here as well? Or is it the princess? No? Okay, never mind. Tamaki. Yeah, I saw that coming a mile away. You're here as well? Oh. Okay. And of course. Well, Offer, what are you doing? He looks like he's about to slay a dragon or something. Alright. Alright. Alrighty, so I guess with this episode we conclude this next arc, right, which deals with the first company, and it does confirm a few things, right, even though in the end their only lead was dead, was killed by people of the, I don't know, the church or something. At least we do confirm that this is a fairly big organization and they also have a lot of these fire users. We kind of know what their ultimate goal is, sort of like an Armageddon or I guess Book of Revelations type of Judgment Day situation. Apparently wanting to, I don't know, like burn all the unworthy and damned or whatnot. Or maybe that's just crazy talk, right? And cultists, right? Yeesh. Don't want to get too near to those kinds of thoughts and whatnot. But we also, I guess more importantly, know the source of Shinra's power, right? Or also sort of like a power level that he has right now. So he is able to go toe to toe more or less with a lieutenant, right? And well, that's cool because this is the first time that we actually truly know how he stands, you know, how his power ranking stands right now. you know, like I said, in the past he was going up against rookies. Was he clearly the best rookie? Maybe, but still, it's up against rookies, right? Against captains, again, against the princess, you know, not really a complete fight. But here we can see that against a lieutenant character and one that actually got his rank through his deeds, I guess you could say. Shinra is holding his own, right? And I'm guessing that the source of this, the reason why he's able to stand up against this, is because his flames are a bit different, right? Like I mentioned, the Adola Blast, question mark, kind of flames, so I'm guessing these are special types of flames, specially blessed, which are different from normal flames. And it also maybe explains his entire background situation, right? Like why his mom, his brother was targeted, and also potentially why his brother is supposedly still alive, right? We learned about this a few episodes back in the previous arc, that his brother is still alive, although Shinra didn't actually believe in this. But if he does have these kinds of special flames, it would make logical sense that his brother also has this as well, and so potentially he could have been, you know, taken in to, for some other ultimate goal, if you will. So that was that. The fight between Rika and Shinra I did like very much. It was very stylish, very flashy, and I do like how Shinra was actually utilizing his brain there as well, you know, making full use of the battlefield, not just charging in headlong as I was afraid he was going to do, since, you know, that's what a lot of these hot-blooded characters actually do, right? So those are the good stuff. Now, I still feel like I want to talk a little bit about Tamaki, right? So again, if you don't want to listen to criticism of this, then fine, but I still feel like I want to get this out of my chest. So, in the last episode, in some of the comments, specifically, okay, sorry, I should really look this up beforehand, who was actually responding to me. But one thing that some people have been saying is my entire gripe with Tamaki the fact that she, you know, she could not fight, and, you know, she couldn't do anything, right? Now, the thing here I want to express is I'm not expecting Tamaki to go up toe to toe, or even, you know, even last a while against the lieutenant, right? I can totally understand that she might be injured due to the fact that the lieutenant got the strike in first. I could also get that maybe their power levels are entirely too different, right? At the same time, however, I still feel like I wanted to see her even just try to struggle instead of just basically giving up and doing nothing at all. Because, like, look here. I'm not exactly the most politically correct person, right? If you want to have a character that does fan service and whatnot, be my guest. I'm not opposed to this kind of thing. But at the same time, though, Tamaki is one of, I'm assuming to be one of the integral characters to this series as well. She also appears along with the rest of the 8th Company, you know, in the openings and whatnot. So it does stand to reason that she's a core character, if you will. So I do want to at least feel more for her, in a certain way. You know, you could absolutely argue and say, okay, I don't really need to like this character to understand that they are being hit or they're being downed or whatnot. But the thing is, I want to, because I know that this is supposedly an important character, right? Like, even say, for instance, during this episode, right? We saw Tamaki actually do something, on 2 separate occasions. 1, she went to protect the children, and 2, she used her ability to basically find the snipers, right? Or attempt to sort of attack the snipers. Now, in regards to the former part, protecting children, look, that's good and all, right? Why couldn't they have styled it or written it as Tamaki moved in to protect the children right as Shinra and Roka were starting their fight, right? Instead, she only moved in only after Shinra made his, you know, big ultimate roundhouse kick all the way to the bottom, and then she went and tried to hurt the children away to safety, right? Like, Yeah, is there a big difference? Maybe, maybe not, but to me it's these kinds of nuances that make me like this character, that make me think, okay, this character, even though she's already, she's injured, she can't really do anything, she can't do much, but she's still trying her best to help the situation, right? So I don't know. I just feel like even that in itself would have made a big difference between, hey, she's actively helping, she's awesome, she's, even though she's very injured, very heavily hurt, she's still trying to do her best, versus nothing, right? So yeah, and then even if you guys really keep on telling me, oh, because she was already, her bones were cracked, maybe her organs are damaged or whatnot, but at the end there, we saw her still actually using her flame abilities, even if it's just for bluff or anything, but at least she did actually do that, right? And in fact, the flame abilities that she used at the very end didn't seem to be all too weak themselves, right? So again, I just feel like because this is a character I feel is important, I want them to be not as passive, if you will. And not only that, but that is just one gripe I have. The other gripe I have with this, potentially not against Tamaki, right? So please understand, I'm not talking about this because I already have a prejudice or bias against Tamaki. I'm just saying that I feel like what the series should have tried to do in order to make us as viewers enjoy the situation better. Like, again, I have never read the manga, I don't know anything about this series, I'm purely anime only, so I'm just basing this on what the anime has shown us. So in terms of, for instance, last episode, again, when she was having a sort of like mental breakdown and then waiting for Shinra to come in and save the day, right? So I actually thought about this a little bit more. Like, why did I not feel for that scene at all? So again, I'm going to raise an example of, I don't like to specifically compare different animes, but in this case, I'm going to bring up One Piece because that is sort of like one of the pinnacles of shonen, right? So when One Piece wants to do this kind of mind break situation, it's truly they're at their deepest despair and they're waiting for the saving grace, their hero, to come and save them. What normally happens here, we see the hopes and dreams of the particular person, we see what their ideal is, like what they want, what they strive to be, and then we see it all crashing down and being torn apart, being ripped to pieces, and that's leaving them with basically barely any hope, right? And then we get the entire savior situation with the hero. In Tamaki, we did not get to see that at all, and that I feel like is just such a missed opportunity. Even at the beginning of this episode, when they were starting to do the flashback, and then we see Tamaki observing all the different lieutenants and whatnot, I was like, okay, cool. Now we're going to see like what exactly does she what are her aspirations? Why does she look up to these lieutenants so much, right? But in the end, it was, I don't know, maybe a little bit, but to me, it's just not enough. And, I mean, potentially, again, maybe later on, they're going to develop more of her character and this kind of stuff, but pacing-wise, it would make sense to bring that, let us understand that beforehand, even in the midst of last episode, even in the midst of being bloodied and bruised by Rekka. They could have shown us this, made us feel much more for this character, make us understand what exactly kind of thing that she's going through in her head, in her mind, and also on her body as well, and that would make this entire situation much more compelling. I would feel much more for Tamaki, and I would feel much more hyped when Shinra comes in and gives the big baddie one large kick in the face, right? That would be what I would look forward to, and that would be what gets my blood boiling and what hypes me up, right? So, again, if you don't want to listen to any of this, then fine, but I'm just trying to explain why, specifically, throughout these two episodes, I'm not exactly all that thrilled with what happened. Like, I wasn't particularly excited or hyped or whatnot. Flashy is flashy, right? I like the style, but you can't be all style and have no substance, is what I'm trying to say. So there we go. But anyways, so that. And again, if you guys still have any feedback, or you want to retort what I just said, then feel free to do this. I do these videos, I do this series, I do this channel, I made this channel because I want to promote more back and forth discussion in regards to these kinds of episodes. Even though this is shonen, that doesn't mean that we can't have some sort of back and forth discussion in regards to these parts, right? Again, we're just all trying to watch good anime here. So I feel like that has kind of been on a tangent that's not related with this specific episode, but hey, we're at the end of the arc, right? So next episode probably we'll start to invest the next company, and I guess the second is next on the list, judging from what we've heard of the different companies before. But they could also do something entirely else, right? So anyways, that's my thoughts for Fire Force episode 9, and thank you guys. I'll see you guys next time. See you. Bye bye.